Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Dow is down 1.29%, Nasdaq going down 0.70%, S&P going down 0.78%, and Russell going down almost 2%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500, and everything pretty much in deep red today. On top, leading the way, definitely energy was actually leading the way, and then we got technology, but everything else, utilities, consumer defensive, and especially consumer cyclical, basic materials, healthcare, everything took a beating. Massive dump off, especially here on healthcare, down over 2% on the day. And what we got here on stock market map, we got energy sector going up today, especially Chevron and XOM. Those are still up green on the day. And then we got Amazon going down over 2%, Meta going up 3%, Google going down 1.86%, Apple down 2%, and Microsoft also going down 0.71%, Nvidia going up today 2.63% from that critical support. And then we got bigger banks. JPM actually played puts on this one. This was a fantastic trade. Wells Fargo down, Bank of America down, and then this is another play that we took as a swing trade. This thing went over 50%. I mean, shorted right here at 504, and now I think it's trading at 484. Now, Eli Lilly also took a massive beating today. And from healthcare, this is actually a big name, and not to mention UNH also down. Then we have Tesla also kind of a flat day on Tesla. Walmart, another big name, flat on the day, and Costco going down 0.82%. On IWM, it's down almost 2%. So what's happening in the market, guys? Is the market just going up, or finally we're going to see a correction? So far on Nasdaq 100, immediately we saw a 5% correction. And I've been talking about it that yes, you want to go long and you're bullish about it, but you got to be really careful. And we could see a pullback 2-3% in just one day, and we got that yesterday. Now here on IWM, and I'm not going to share that play here, but this thing I actually shorted last week, did not pay. It was a loser. This thing kept going up. But here at 220, almost 221, I got into some puts, added more, went really heavy here on top. And then this thing spiked. I think I got in more at 225. This thing got up to 226. Now yesterday, end of the day, actually added even more puts on IWM. And that was almost $150,000 position. And today, what happened, guys? 216. So, I mean, when you look at the technicals and things are not playing out, all you have to do, trust your technicals, and you have to wait and just give it some time. Now, there is lots of new traders, investors out there in the market. All they think about is 0 DT and 1 DT. Same day expiration or the next day, in some cases, weekly expiration. But if you can buy some time, look at what you can do. You can actually go on a bigger position. You're going to make less, that's for sure. But the question here, you want to make less and take less risk, or you want to make more and take a huge risk? When I saw this right here, guys, usually we don't see that too often on IWM. 81 on the RSI, and you're telling me it's closing over upper Bollinger Band for what? Almost a week now. And it's not going to come back, and it's just going to go up every day? Absolutely not. And you can see my line here, 225. We've been talking about it, that we could see a massive rejection from there. This is exactly what we got. Now, today, filling the gap right here at 218 and barely finding support. It's not even holding right here, guys. 5-day moving average, which is sitting at 219, and also support at 218 right here. This high, barely holding. So going into next few sessions, right here on IWM, if this thing breaks under 218, there is going to be more selling, possibly down to this high right here. And this makes sense. Retest of this previous high. And there is going to be strong support if this thing gets down to 211 to 212. And that is where, if you want to buy the dip, you can at least try at this level with stop loss. Now, what I saw today and yesterday, people are buying calls on IWM and asking even myself that, hey, what do you think about some calls here on IWM? Well, this is what I think, because you're chasing now. And if we chased it this morning, if we chased it yesterday, if we chased it day before, look at what's happening. You lost a ton of money. So when things are at extreme, you cannot chase it. So watch out for the support, guys. Now, 218, if it cannot hold, slowly but surely, I think it's going to come down and fill this gap and possibly will retest this previous high, which is going to be a strong support to buy the dip. To the upside, there will be resistance at 219, and if we can actually clear 219 and can hold above rising 5-day moving average, then watch out for continuation back up to 225 and over 225. That's going to be a massive breakout. We can even call this right now. Over 225, this thing will go back to previous all-time highs again, and we will see that on IWM. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. Is totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. Now, just going to share one fantastic trade right here, and we all know that financial going through the roof right now. Everything is going up. And look at GS here, guys. This thing was up at 504, where I got 490 puts, and today going in the money, over the money, finishing the day at I think 484, so down $20 from where I got in. And all these trade ideas are available on Patreon, and especially if you want to support the channel, check out their link down below in the description, guys. Now, the price you're paying today for Patreon, it might be not there tomorrow, guys. So definitely this is your last chance to get in and support the channel and get all these trade ideas for a cheaper price before it goes up even more. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.77%, so another gap down today, and all the way down to, I mean, look at this move right here, guys. 552, barely to the pennies, and holding into closing, rising 20-day moving average. Now, if you look at my screen, look at where this thing came down to, 550. We do have rising 20-day moving average at 552. We do have top of this range, which is around 550 to 551. So that is going to be a strong support, and that is holding into closing. Now imagine if that gives up tomorrow or 2 days later, below 550 to 551, you're going to see this thing pulling back all the way down to 543, and that's going to be another strong support. And underneath that level, you're going to see an easy flush down to this gap, 537. Now, as long as SPY can trade above right here, 20-day moving average, 552, watch out for a move back up to 555, 560, and then this gap, 562. Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100+ likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On QQQ, it's down 0.5%, so Nasdaq 100 QQQ looking extremely bearish today. And you can see, I mean, this thing took a massive beating. And what's unfortunate, usually I go even on a small position, sometimes I take 30-40 contracts, but today I bought puts right at opening here on QQQ just to test it out, because I was going to get in here at 487. I got in right at opening, and that thing went over 500%. Unfortunately, it was only 5 contracts, so nothing burger, you know. I can possibly buy a burger for that money, the profit, but still I was kicking myself not getting enough. This thing took a dump off all the way down to 476. That was the expected move, daily expected move to the downside, and we got a bounce off of that level, and now trading over 478, holding this support. Now going into next few sessions, if this is the case where QQQ comes down and closes this gap, then there is more downside, guys. Easily you're going to see 468. Now we saw a bounce. I mean, on hourly time frame, what we got here, guys? You know, high, lower high, and then we got this low. This could be a lower high here this morning, but I would say if this thing want to come up maybe a little bit more, we can set a lower high 487 to 488, maybe even 492 to even 493. If that happens, we get a bounce back up to the upside. Otherwise, we got a lower high on hourly time frame today. And watch out now, 478 support breaks. You're going to see continuation, more downside down to 470. And then this gap is not too far, only like $10 away. We can definitely come down and close this gap at 468. To the upside, there will be resistance at 487.54, 492, and then this gap on top, 493. On DIA, it's down 1.26%. So DIA was another fantastic trade that I actually got yesterday. Now, last week I took some puts. It did not really work out. And today, not only that we got the money back, we got extra money on this trade. Now, anybody who shorted, especially yesterday, and then I called it out yesterday also at almost, I think, 413, 412.86, added more puts on DIA. And these were next Friday expiration, guys, July 26th. 410 puts. And what happened today? Explosion in my account. I mean, that thing exploded. DIA, definitely. I sold completely out at 407, but there was more money. This thing came down to 406 and then went back up and now trading below 407, down on the day over 1%. Was getting overstretched, just like IWM. And when I see these things, always you gotta buy some time. 0DTs, they're good, but sometimes, they can backfire. And we got that last week. It was 2 day. It was expiring in like 2 days, so it didn't really work out. But today, got all the money back plus extra money on DIA, on IWM, and especially, I mean, there is so many positions in this market right now that I took, especially some of these short positions that I took before, even on NASDAQ 100, everything paid and really had a good day here in the market. Now here on DIA, guys, look at this. Bounce off of this 406 level, blue line, 5-day moving average. If that gives up, you're going to see it drop down to 408.58 and from there 400. 406 can hold, then watch out for a move back up to 410 and possibly up to even this high 414. On VIX, it's up 10%, so absolutely explosion right here on VIX. Now, just a couple days ago, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I made a video. It was last week. And we talked about it in my video. A lot of calls coming in, $45 strike on VIX. Well, looks like there was a reason. They saw something that, retail traders and investors can see, and this pullback. And you can see definitely, I mean, this thing exploding. And especially when you see Bollinger Bands are squeezing, that is when big moves are happening here on VIX. And definitely we got a massive move to the upside. I mean, this thing got up to where? 1650 almost, and can go up even more. And now it's a breakout. Even though things are getting a bit, overextended, you can see it's trading over upper Bollinger Band, which is sitting at 14.74. This thing gets a pullback. And if the support can hold, guys, 15, the next stop, $18 and then 20. So watch out. VIX just getting that breakout. It's not over yet unless this thing crashes back down, under 15. In that case, it'll come down to 13.84 and then $13. So watch out. VIX definitely on a breakout. And you don't want to go long here in this market until this thing comes back under 15 at least. So the dollar also going up today, 0.42%, and it's not looking too hot right here on dollar. I mean, I was wondering if this is actually a look below and fail, and you can see, I mean, we saw some continuation to the downside, and it's nowhere near this trend line, which is sitting near 105. So, I mean, yes, this could be a dead cat bounce. We need to get above 104.48 on dollar, and it needs to go inside this wedge, and that's going to be around 105. Only if that happens, then definitely dollar heading higher, and that's going to put a lot more pressure here in this market, especially on S&P 500, and we could see a deeper pullback. So be careful. VIX rising, dollar rising, even TNX rising, and that can cause market to go down even more unless we see a dead cat bounce here on dollar and this thing goes down again. In that case, this is it, 4 or 5% correction we got on NASDAQ 100, and we might see continuation to the upside again. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.